Hello, AFG Local 1040 members. This is Johnny Jones, your AFG Council 100 Secretary Treasurer and your AFG Local 1040 President, coming to you from Jaguar Studios. Just here to post another reminder and some updates about what's going on and what is happening out here. So first and foremost, this Monday's town hall, the new administrator, David P. Cummings, was talking about how he's concerned about employee morale and making us have better workplace conditions. Well, one of the things they keep talking about, even in congressional testimony and at the meeting, was the inability to be flexible in our shifts because we're allowed to bid on them. And I was like, wow, so they don't want you to have good work-life balance? They don't want you to be able to know what you're working? I don't really understand, but the council is scheduled to meet next month up at TSA headquarters. So hopefully we can ask some of these questions directly and try to get some explanations behind some of these questions. As you see the buildings behind me as a reminder to the 25th anniversary of 9/11, many of us were working other jobs. Many of us were not even born. Many of us were working our second career, getting ready to enter our third career called TSA, or where they were at. Nobody knows the pain that each person took that day when they saw what was going on at television sets. Some of us, some of my friends and colleagues were actually there in downtown. You know, they talk about it. You know, some of the colleagues in the union. Some of them lost family and friends that came to work at TSA. You know, it's important to stay vigilant with us, you know, on our jobs and making sure we do our functions. But we also know in the back of our mind that, according to, you know, from the town hall on Monday from the administrator, it's not privatization of our jobs. Just remember how we got here. Privatization, private screening. It's called modernization, not privatization, but monetization. Now, there is some truth to it. I'm talking to you. There is a little bit of truth. They're trying to modernize the equipment, but they also want to privatize our jobs. Tell that to the 1,000 officers that work in Des Moines, Charleston, and Tampa. Not only is that 1,000 officers, that's 1,000 spouses, maybe 2,000 to 3,000 kids. People that took the job knowing, hey, I'm not going to get paid as well. I'm going to have a little tougher work-life balance. I'm going to get up at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm going to work late at night. But I'm doing something that's important, and I care deeply about it. And making sure that my colleagues and the passengers and everybody's able to do what they need to do. The freedom of movement, the freedoms that we fight so hard for as Americans to have, we go to work every day to make sure people have the freedoms to make it to their destination safely. Tell that to the people that had to jump out of this building that was on fire on September 11th. I encourage everybody to look at YouTube videos. Watch them. Remember why you were here. And if you weren't born, watch a video. If you didn't see it live, like many of us did on television, it was some of the most disturbing things I've ever seen. And my grandfather, he was on his deathbed. He said, this is terrible. This is horrible. I'm sure we'll be going to war soon, because that's what happened after Pearl Harbor. When I was talking to him about this, you know, so these are the times in which, you know, we were at in our lives. I was 23 years old. And I care deeply about my job. I care deeply about the mission, but I also care deeply about every one of you, making sure you have your jobs and your careers going forward. It is so important that we don't allow the events of yesterday to repeat. So I ask you to be vigilant on jobs. Know that at some point in time, we may need you to take action to make sure that they're not able to privatize our jobs, okay? But know this, the union is going to be here all the way to the end. We will not go away. I'm sure that they're going to probably throw another policy or two out there. Next week, a lot of the union officers in Local 1040 are going to be attending an EO training. So with that, we're going to have to push back or cancel this month's membership meeting. But other than that, I want you to know that AFG Local 1040 and your Council 100 is working very hard and doing its due diligence to make sure that we are able to combat, stop, and end privatization. And our next bill that we're going to be pushing for is to get rid of all the private airports. Forget it. There should be no private airports at all. They should all be federalized, oath-taking officers. Like we all took our oath, and now it's being there. Some airports are trying to cancel your oath, and I care deeply about that. We all do. And I was just speaking to you as your local president, but not only as your local president, but a friend. We've known each other for many years. We know each other's kids, our grandkids' names. Some of us, including myself, share a nursing. My mom is in the same nursing home as some of my colleagues, you know. So this is very personal and to deepen into my heart. Some people can't retire. I don't care about that. I just want you to know that running from our problem is not going to fix the problem. We must all stand together, join a union, and when we need you to do something, asking for that call to action, be prepared. And with that, this is Johnny Jones signing out from Jaguar Studios. Hope you have a great day and be safe out there. And we'll see you in the field. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.